Hola a todos. Let's learn something about the stem changing verbs. Okay, the stem changing verbs are conjugated like the regular verbs. But when you drop this, pens is the stem. So what happened here is that this E is going to change to IE. But it's not going to change in nosotros or in vosotros. Okay, but the AR conjugation is like regular, okay? So the conjugation would be yo pienso, tú piensas, usted piensa, él piensa, ella piensa. So check that this is the regular AR verb conjugation, and here it changes from E to IE. Nosotros pensamos, vosotros pensáis, so these two don't change. Ustedes piensan, ellos piensan y ellas piensan. Okay, so don't forget, this is the regular conjugation of AR verbs. Okay, and then this is the change, E to IE. These two don't change. Okay, so let's see. So we have here, these are some of the stem changes that change from E to EI. Okay, so let's see. Querer, preferir, pensar, perder, entender, comenzar y empezar. So how would you conjugate entender with nosotros? Nosotros entendemos. ¿Cómo es? How do you conjugate with yo? Yo entiendo. Let's do this. Ella. Ella prefiere. What about this one? Yo. Yo quiero. Okay, now you have here something that is after this verb you can use an infinitive. An infinitive means, like, for example, yo quiero comer. I want to eat. Yes. Preferir, again. Yo prefiero, and then the infinitive. Yo prefiero bailar en la casa. Bailar. Infinitive is the verb that is not conjugated. Okay, so let's do some practice. We have here two verbs, and you are going to create some sentences with this in this exercise. So let's do the first one. Remember, you have to make a sentence that make sense, and you have to conjugate the verb. Okay, if you want, stop the video and do the exercise by yourself, and then we will do it together. Okay, let's see. The first one is, ustedes quieren pizza. Okay. Ella quiere bailar en el bar. She wants to dance in the bar. Nosotras queremos un perro. Mi hermano quiere tener un gato. Mi hermano quiere tener un gato. He wants to have a cat. Yo quiero chocolate. Yo quiero chocolate. Usted quiere a mis amigos. You love my friends. Los chicos quieren comer arroz. The boys wants to eat rice. Tú quieres escribir un libro. Okay, so let's do preferir. Preferir. Mi abuela no prefiere comer en casa. Yo no prefiero bailar salsa. Mis amigos no prefieren estudiar en la casa. Tú no prefieres venir conmigo. Usted no prefiere comer con ella. Nosotros no preferimos ir al parque. Él no prefiere hablar con su papá. Papá has an accent here, so let's do it here. Y luego, ustedes no prefieren escribir en línea. Okay. So these are the first, this is the first list of stem changing verbs. Let's do other ones here. These stem changing verbs are going to be changing from O to UE. Now, don't forget, this finish with AR, so this is going to conjugate it with the endings of AR. This finish with IR. This is going to be conjugated with the verbs, with the endings of the IR verbs. The same here, the endings of ER verbs. And this O here is going to change to UE in all the cases. Pues, ¿cómo se dice en español? Okay, so let's do, we can. Nosotros podemos. Ella muestra. Ellos duermen. Tú vuelves. Again, the idea here is that you practice enough to memorize these verbs in meaningful ways, okay? Meaningful ways. Let's do some practice. So before, okay, the verb dormir. So let's see the conjugation. Yo duermo. Tú duermes. Usted duerme. Él duerme. Ella duerme. Nosotros dormimos. Vosotros dormís. Ustedes duermen. Ellos duermen. Y ellas duermen. Okay, so don't forget that these are the endings of regular IR verbs. Okay, dormimos. Finally, remember that these two don't change. Okay, this doesn't change to UE. Okay, now let's practice. Let's do the following exercise. So we have here some verbs and you have to conjugate. Let's pause the video and do the exercise, and then we will see if you were right. Okay, so let's do the first one. Usted muestra el apartamento. Mi mamá y yo podemos cantar muy bien. Tú vuelves a tu casa a las 3 de la tarde. Sara y Pedro almuerzan conmigo todos los días. Yo cuento los libros de la biblioteca. Ustedes duermen en esta habitación. Okay, so after you have practiced, let's do these questions. You are going to answer with your own responses. So, ¿qué quieres comer para la cena? What do you want to eat for dinner? ¿A qué horas duermes en la noche? What time did you go to sleep at night? ¿Qué puedes encontrar en tu carro? What can you find in your car? ¿Dónde almuerzan tus padres? Where do your parents have lunch? Almuerzan is to have lunch. ¿Prefieres jugar al baloncesto o al fútbol? Do you prefer to play basketball or foot or soccer? Okay, so take some time, answer the questions, and I will ask you and then you answer. Okay. So I'm going to ask you the question, pause the video and answer the questions. Okay. So now that you have answered the questions, I'm going to just read them and you are going to try to answer them. ¿Qué quieres comer para la cena? Quiero comer pollo o pizza. ¿A qué horas duermes en la noche? Duermo a las 11 de la noche. ¿Qué puedes encontrar en tu carro? Puedo encontrar muchos papeles y basura. Basura is garbage. ¿Dónde almuerzan tus padres? Mis padres almuerzan en la oficina. ¿Prefieres jugar al baloncesto o al fútbol? Prefiero jugar al fútbol porque no me gusta el baloncesto. Okay, so these are the two kinds of stem changing verbs. There are more, but you can continue practicing, memorize these stem changing verbs, and write any comments asking any questions about this type of verbs. Nos vemos.